Hello again and welcome to our little classroom away from Torrance Primary School. Today we're going to do our phonics lesson a little bit differently because there's a little bit of a phonics rule that we need to learn for this sound. So I don't want to confuse you by trying to guess where it is in the story and things. Don't worry, I will read a little story where you'll be able to hear the sound in it, but we'll do that after I've explained the sound. Excuse me. But before I explain that, we are going to do a little bit of a guessing game. I'm going to show you some objects that I found around my house that have the sound in it, and I want you to see if you can guess the sound that we're doing. So we have socks, clock, an enormous packet, a big packet. So we have socks, smelly socks, a clock, a packet, and a jacket. Is there any sound that all of these words have in common? Can you think? Sock, clock, jacket, and a packet. Well done if you've said k. Now, because we're learning all about digraphs, and we know that digraphs are two letters put together to make one sound. So if we have the k sound, but it's two letters, can you think about which two letters it will be if it's k? Well done if you said a curly k followed by a kicking k. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky because we've got our k sound, but we need to know when we use k or k on its own. But first of all, let's practice our formation of our digraph k. So we know that it starts with a curly k followed by a kicking k. So let's do that in the air together. K, k, k. Well done. So now we need to think, about when is best to use it. Now I've written a little thing on the board and I'll go over it with you. So we normally use kicking kit on its own when there is a long vowel sound in the word. Now long vowel just means A, E, I, O, U. So we know that these are all of our vowels, and long vowel means if we're saying its name and not its sound. So if it's a long vowel, it's A, not A. It's E, not E. It's I, not I. It's O, not O. And it's U, not A. So if you hear the long vowel sound, even if it's in a digraph, like in the word beak, it's A, but it makes the sound E, which is the same as the long vowel sound E, so that we know it's followed by just a kicking k. Or in the word seek, we can hear the E sound, which is the E vowel sound here. So we have seek and beak. So because it's a long vowel sound, we know that both of these words have the kicking k. For when we're using our k digraph, we use this when it's the short vowel sound. So that's when the vowels sound like a, e, I, o, or a. So in words like chick, we have the I sound in it, so we know that it's followed by the digraph k. Or like crack, it has a which is the short vowel sound, so it's followed by the k digraph. Now this can be a little bit tricky to begin with, but the more practice you do, the easier it becomes. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to read you the digraph story, and you're going to tell me if you think it's a k or a k. So a k digraph or k on its own. So we have Vicky is so very sick. She feels so icky. Her skin feels sticky. She has to stay under thick blankets. So we have Vicky is so very sick. So we know that if it's the short vowel sound, which is a, e, I, or a, then it's going to use the digraph. So in the word Vicky, it uses I, not I. So we know that it's the digraph k. Well done. What about sick? The word sick. Well done, it is I. So that's when we use our rule. Because it's the short vowel sound I, we use our rule that it's the digraph k at the end. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Well done if you have said the digraph k, because again it's our short vowel sound. And the last one for this, thick, and we know that's the short sound so we have the digraph k. So we have Vicky, k, sick, sticky. Can you point to the k sound in sticky? Well done. And thick. Can you point to the k sound in thick? Well done. Now I'm going to read another k short story. It's just a tiny little 4-line story. And this time I'm going to read it once, and then I'll read it again, and we're going to do our normal thing where you count how many times you can hear the k sound, okay? Rick likes hockey. He has a hockey stick. He has hockey skates. He can hit the puck into the net. So we heard quite a few times there. Remember, we're listening out for the short sound before the digraph. So we have Rick likes hockey. He has a hockey stick. He has hockey skates. He can hit the puck into the net. So well done. Give yourself a pat on the back if you got 6 there. There were 6 k digraph words in that sentence, in that story, sorry. So now it's your turn to go on a hunt of your own and find some objects that you think has the k digraph in it. I'm sure there'll be a few that you'll be able to find around your house or on your daily walk or in the park even, or anywhere in your garden. You'll be able to find some k words. After that, if you type into YouTube, Geraldine Giraffe k, k and k, then you'll be able to watch the Geraldine Giraffe video. And following that, if you go onto the assignments page on Teams, you'll have your follow-up task to complete. I hope this made a little bit more sense for you about when you would use the k sound or the single letter k, but just remember it is tricky to begin with because they sound exactly the same, but it just takes practice, and eventually one day you'll wake up and you'll just know exactly which words have k in them, which words have k in them. So practice makes perfect. Don't worry too much about it and just do your best. Bye!